Hello, and welcome back. I am the Gifted Grifter, and we are doing a little late night magic, little late night limited for limited brain cells. We're going to jump on into it here and hopefully run a 7-0. Of course, that is being highly optimistic, but sometimes I'll have a little bit of that. Starting out with something I don't care for. I've got a land. Wisp Drinker is interesting. Probably what I'm looking at here. There's not a whole lot I'm too terribly excited about. I mean, the sprite is nice, but I don't know that I want to first pick that. We've got Extract Confession. Rot Farm Mortipede. Yeah, nothing too terribly exciting in this pack. We'll pick up the Wisp Drinker. Ooh, this is tempting. Played with this a few times. Being able to attack with your creatures and get cards out of it's pretty nice. Definitely doesn't go with our first pick, but definitely a strong card. There's also a murder here if we wanted to stick with the Wisp Drinker, but I think the power level of the Connect the Dots is just too high to ignore. Let's see here. I like the Repulsive Mutation. I don't know that it's worth taking this early, but it's not bad. There's also Galvanize and Bite Down, both good picks here. I might pick up just the Galvanize. Extra piece of removal is always good. Yeah, I mean, otherwise we'd be looking at going into green, which I don't know. I want to do this early. The rest of the uncommons don't exactly excite me. There's also the Escape Tunnel, which is nice. I think we'll pick up just the extra removal here. Alright, we've got this 2-mana 1/2 flash flyer that I have yet to play. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. Seems interesting. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, if you've got a bunch of stuff coming in, though, it seems bad. Like, it would basically turn this off. It feels like it's a non-bow with a lot of the cards in the set. Furtive Courier is pretty good. Caught Red-Handed. I still don't like that. Do like a Reckless Detective. Just being able to kind of fix your draws as you get a little aggressive. It's an 0/3 for 2, which blocks well. It can come in later well. I think that's what we'll pick up. Looks like we might be moving towards a red draft here. Another card we don't care to see. There's a murder in this pack, which seems pretty late. Might look at that. Maybe go red-black. Otherwise, in the red, Demand Answers, which, I mean, I feel like you can get pretty late. Same with the Felonious Rage. Again, I've talked about that card. Never quite like it as much as I like the look of it. It never quite makes the cut for me. Looking at either Murder here or maybe the Crowd Control Warden, but I think just the solid removal is the better pickup. Shock, Gorehound, Auspicious Arrival. There's a Dramatic Accusation, which is alright, but I don't think we're looking at blue again. We could pick up Shock if we wanted to go more removal, more damage route. Gorehound, I think, is the stronger card, so I'm leaning that direction. The only downfall with going Gorehound is if we don't end up going Rakdos, then we're picking up cards we don't exactly want, but I guess that's the name of the game. Vengeful Tracker is pretty good here. Just a solid 2-drop can cause a lot of pain depending on what your opponent's deck is doing. Not a whole lot for us here. The Cryptics. Collect Evidence 3. Add 1 mana of any color. Put an unlock counter on it. I don't exactly like that. It seems real slow. Probably going to take the Alley Assailant here. I don't mind the Mask Maker. I don't know that we're necessarily in that deck. You could also take the Tactician for the double red. I don't hate that. That's actually probably better. We're going to pick up the Tactician here. Oh, look at that. Our rare came back that we don't want. Probably looking at the orangutan here. It's not great, but being able to blow up an artifact is nice. It having a reach is usually pretty nice. Convenient target, probably the pickup here. I don't think we're looking at either of these cards. I'm never looking at magnifying glass, so. What do we got? Mind Rot or Felonious Rage? I'll take the Felonious Rage. I doubt I'll end up playing it, but we'll take it. Caught red-handed, or what's better, which is the Toxin Analysis. Another Rage that we won't end up playing. Expedited Inheritance. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards from the top of their library. They may play those cards until the end of their next turn. I don't know what to make of that, especially in a limited environment. The fact that it's symmetrical seems real bad, that you're helping out your opponent. At least in Constructed, you can kind of build your deck around it, but here it just seems bad. Got a deadly complication here. Destroy a creature or put a +1/+1 counter on target. Suspected creature you control, you may have it become no longer suspected. Seems fine. I don't love that it's a 3 mana just destroy. Otherwise, I'd be looking at Slice in the Shadows, which might be better here. But this is just a little bit cheaper. When you're looking at pretty much anything. So yeah, I think we'll pick up the extra piece of removal here. And we could get a Slice from the Shadows here, or we could take a Red Herring. I don't know exactly which would be better here. I mean, we've already got a lot of non-creature spells. Red Herring is just a decent aggressive 2-drop. But I feel like we're more likely to probably pick up another one of those later on, so we'll take with the Slice right now. What do we got? Enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls for 2 mana. Whenever one or more creature dies, mill a card and put a Bloodstain counter on it. Then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more counters. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That doesn't seem great, but it's not awful. What do we got for our... When it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life for each vampire you control, which I don't think is a whole lot at the moment. Probably our 1 vampire is the one that'll end up getting cut. We've got a Shock, we've got the Fester Leech. We're running out of time. We're going to take the Shock here. Just the direct damage. Seems like it could be a way to finish out a game. Man, that's tempting. That's tempting. We're not in either of those colors, really, but Private Eye always catches my eye. Probably just picking up the Repeat Offender here. It doesn't add up, doesn't really do much for us, suspecting a creature. The fact that it always comes back suspected just seems bad to me. So we'll take the 2-drop that we can pump some mana into. Ooh, we could take a Gearbang Orangutan, or, hear me out, a Gearbang Orangutan. They've also got the Shady Informant here, which might not be bad for what we're doing. It gives us something to put in the 3. We can potentially cast it for 5 later. Kind of feels like we're getting cut off our colors here. Yeah, like, look at all this blue. I mean, how deep are we into black to switch to blue at this point? Really not terribly. Most of our removal's in it, but maybe we'll look at that. Maybe we'll start taking some blue cards here. Looking at the Sprite, looking at the Out Cold. The Burden of Proof isn't terrible. Oh, and we're out of time. We took something we did not care about or think about taking. Fun, fun, fun. When it enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls to solve 3 or more sources you control dealt damage this turn. If it's solved, you can sacrifice it, exile the top 3 cards of your library, choose any one of them. You may play that card this turn. Yeah, we'll take that. That just seems good, especially if we do end up moving out of black. Let's see, we've got the Chases on and another Vengeful Tracker. There's also Cease. Don't love that. I think I'll take the red card. I know you're talking about going the direction of blue, but I don't know that we absolutely need to take something. We'll see what next pack brings. I really don't love this card. Maybe we'll take the Inheritance. I don't foresee us playing that, but nothing else. It adds it to the collection. Here, I'll probably take the Unauthorized Exit just on the off chance next pack we see nothing but blue. 5-drop here isn't terrible. Not really looking at any of the other two. I mean, it's just a 3/3 for 5. Not great, but at least it's a body. Last pick wrench. That shouldn't have been going around. Okay, so we've got Intrude the Mind. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library and separate them into piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Create a 0/0. Yeah. Well, double blue is kind of a hard ask. I do love the Drone Smith. Probably end up going with that. I don't know that this is exactly the best deck for it, but it's 2 bodies on 1 stick. Hard to turn that down, really. Other things in here that we would like, nothing really. I mean, there's more 2-drops, but pick up the 4-drop here. We could connect the dots twice. That feels greedy. Unnecessarily greedy. Shock, Alley Assailant. Our creature count is real low, isn't it? Yeah, we got 11 creatures, so we really need to probably look at the creature side of things. Looking at maybe the Gadget Technician here again, casting it for double red. It comes in with an extra body. Probably the best one for us there. Ooh, here's a decent pickup for us. It's nothing special. It's a 5/6. It comes in with a clue. If you happen to poison them out, great, but it's just a big body at the end of our curve here. Presumed Dead isn't terrible. Here's probably what we're looking at, though. Person of Interest. Could also look at maybe a Hellion as a double red, but 4 mana 2 body is just hard to pass up. Okay, so we're already having to make quite a few cuts here. Probably cutting the Rages. Don't know that we're playing Convenient Target. Okay, we could gamble. Who doesn't love gambling? Search your library for a card, put that card in your hand, discard a card at random, then shuffle. Murder's probably just better. Have a murder of a time. There's also Public Thoroughfare if we wanted to maybe splash the Wisp Drinker, which isn't the worst thing in the world, especially with how much removal we already have. I think actually that's the route I'm going to go. Because it probably would be good to be able to splash that. We've got a lot of triggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These make 6, 7, 8. So we've got a lot of hits for that. Could take another 2-drop, or we could take the removal. Probably the 2-drop. I don't know that it's better than Slice, but we've already got so much removal that... well, I mean, but removal. I don't love it. Rot Form Mortipede, we really don't have any way to trigger its ability, but it's a 4-drop. Man, that feels bad. Alternatively, we could take Goblin Maskmaker or Shock. I don't know what we would... I guess probably take Shock. Get rid of the Toxic Analysis. Another Tracker. I'm going to go with Hustle and Bustle here. I think we can just finish out a game with that. Are we sitting alright creature-wise? 14? I mean, we're playing every creature we have, but that's a finisher. Well, no. We're probably better to take a creature. Yep. Making the smart choices here. Sometimes you gotta do it. I hate it, but you gotta do it. Automaton or Maskmaker. Automaton always surveils. The Maskmaker might not actually do us much. Really? This came back around? I'm gonna take the creature. I'm kind of surprised that came back around. Torch the Witness. Or Extract a Confession. We'll take the X spell. Another creature. Draw spell. Oh man. Hey, look at that. Chaos Demon Wolf. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Better take the orangutan. I'm assuming you were talking about back when we had the choice of an orangutan or orangutan. And sadly, I don't think I took either. But we do have an orangutan currently. Let's kind of sort our stuff out here. And see what we have to work with. It's saying we need to make 7 cuts. We aren't going to be running those. So we'll put in another red and another black for the time being. We're not going to be running that. Probably more heavy on the red side. So we got ungodly amounts of removal, which is nice. Should do a green deck. Yeah, you know, I think with my my draft here, green is probably the way to go. Let's see. So kind of take a look at our removal here. We've got just straight up destroys, which is probably premium. 3 damage. Let's take out the demand answers. Take out the expedited inheritance. 3 damage, 3 damage. The likelihood of that ever being 5 is slim to none. Couple of X's. And 2, but that can go to any direction. I'd like to probably cut at least 2 more of these. I'm kind of looking at maybe a slice and a shock. Torch is similar to slice outside. It can be countered, so it'll cost 2 more if I'm targeting a face down creature, but it'll create a token if I end up doing more. So the number by the land symbol just means any number of land cards. Then the symbols are how many of that specific land you need. Correct. So looking at Shady Informant, you need 3 of any mana. And then you need a black and a red. Likewise, the alternative costs of flipping it up. You can see the disguise cost is blue-red hybrid. So you can do it either blue or red. But you'll need 2 of those. So you're a 3, you're a 3, you're a 3. How many vampires do we even have? Is it worth 2? It really is not even worth playing this. A lot of low drops here. It's kind of our weakest. Repeat Offender isn't great, but we can sink a bunch into it. Probably cut the drone there. Maybe a Shady Informant. It's probably better to cut a Hellion, though, just because the Shady Informant can come down on 5, whereas the Hellion you have to disguise up. Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, the same thing could be said about the Technician, though. The Technician flips up for cheaper. I don't know. I don't think we did this draft quite right, but I think this is what we have to work with. We've got a Plains and a Thoroughfare for the Wisp Drinker. We still have quite a few hits for it, right? 1, 2, perpetually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, plenty of hits for that. We'll see how this goes. I'm not too confident in this, but here goes nothing. That makes much more sense. I thought it was like 2 mountain cards. Game makes much more sense. Yes, no, I remember when I first started learning as well, that was what I thought, and then eventually someone taught me. Unfortunately, when I was learning, Arena wasn't really around, so I just had to live in ignorance until I actually met people who knew how to play. This isn't great, but we've got a bit of removal, so we'll keep it. If our informant dies, it'll be a little sad, but that's how it goes. Back in the Dark Ages. Exactly. Yeah, no, I think it would have been probably over 20 years ago when my older brother started introducing me to Magic, but he really didn't know how to play either, and so I was kind of just doing whatever until I finally learned. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of resources in small town nowhere for a kid like me. What is this? You may look at the top card of your library any time. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library. Well, that's neat. Probably should have played the Informant, thinking on it. I don't actually have the double red to flip that. When I got introduced to Magic, it was just drawing symbols on the ground and sacrificing a goat. Yeah, you know, there's that kind as well. It's a little more difficult that way, but you know, the payout seems to be higher if you can get it to work. Do I think they trade here? Probably not. Opponent on that Boros not so aggro. You know, flying for 2. I think we'll slice that here. What do we get? Dog Walker? It's a good one to get rid of. No doggos for you. Enter the Meek, really? God, that's... Why do they keep putting that in things? Because, you know, it's too good. You need to just stop that. When will WotC learn that drawing cards is OP? Okay, so still no land. We could torch this and keep swinging in. It's probably the best thing. It's going to take them off. I might as well do this for 2 as well, because there's nothing else I'm going to be doing this turn. It'll put them off drawing cards, which is good for us, especially when we're so far behind land-wise. And we just got to keep attacking, because I don't think letting up is going to become fruitful for us. Cool, cool, cool. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. Go wide. Go wide, win. We probably have to Deadly Complication the detective there. Yeah, and I think... Are we sitting back at that point? Probably, because if they've got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I mean, we have to kind of play like they have. On the job. Do we come back at all if they do have on the job is the real question. Not really. I think this is the right call either way. If I swing in, assuming they don't block, they go to 6 on the crackback. They're putting us to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Putting us to 6. If we get them down to 6, what do we have that lets us win? Nothing. So I think we have to sit back and hope for the best. Yeah, we're taking 4. Yeah, I was going to say, they ought to just swing all in, really. Okay. Yeah, it's a little late for that. Do we... Drone Smith? I don't know that it's better to hold up Shady Informant. Really, what we probably need to do is just be dropping... Yeah, I think we just gotta drop creatures onto the field here. And take our blocks where we can get them, if we can get them. I fear that they're, yeah, they're not far away from just all-out swinging here. They've got on the job here. We take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Versus if we just chump the 5, 4, we could be taking 2, 4, 6. Whew. I don't love it. I don't love it. I mean, if they have on the job, we lose or we make different blocks and still get kind of blown out. Because we could do that, chump on the job would be 2, 4, 6, 8. And we've got, yeah, I think that's better. We'll keep a couple of creatures unless they have on the job. We won't immediately die. I don't think we come back. Yep, fair enough. I was going to say, I don't think we immediately come back anyways, but... Yeah, I don't think there's anything we have that's going to do 10 damage in a turn. Cool. Let's... I don't know, see what we could have. Oh, our 5th land! There it is. I was wondering where that was at. And we'll let opponent do their thing and come smash our face into the ground. Alright, opponent. I was gonna let you smash my face into the ground, but now we're done. We're done. They decimated you like my job decimates my will to live. The American way. Isn't it a beaut? I don't hate this. Got 2 lands, a 1-drop, potentially a 3-drop. Look at that. It's like we drew it up. We're not blocking, so we'll come in with our doggo. Look at that, good puppers. Bloody mouth and all. I'd offer your dog a treat, but I'm afraid I don't have any appendages to spare. Okay, so we could kill that, but they don't immediately have the evidence 3. I think I would rather drop down the informant. I don't think we're blocking with the dog, though, so come in with the dog. Drop down our shady guy. Do we want the detective? Next turn, what are we doing? Dropping a land. I don't know that we care for the detective. Really, I think we want to get to our 6th land more than anything to be able to do something with these 2, so... Come on in. Smack me in the face for 2. Oh, I love that card. I was very hesitant on it when I first saw it, but 2 bodies, 4 mana, potential to flip up something big later. Just wonderful. Really, we should be running that card. But alas, I am so bad at this game I didn't open it. Alright, Galvanize, Torch the Witness. I think we come in with the Shady Informant. If they block, we'll flip it. I guess deal 2 to their face. If not, we'll probably play the Technician face down. We gotta play sometime. Yeah, I checked my thing here. I didn't see a request, so I don't know if I gave you the wrong number or what. Unless that's... Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works, unfortunately. Okay, I think we'll do that. That's probably the best way they could have blocked. Alternatively, we could have galvanized. Which probably would have been better, but we'll kill 2 creatures here. 2 for 1 seems pretty good. Oh, sad day indeed. Yes, like I say, I don't quite understand how it works. I've tried it a couple times with a few other folks, and it's never worked, so I don't know. Maybe a little Google research would make something come to light, but 'tis not something I have done quite yet. Yep, collect evidence 3, which I imagine they'll do. Give something +1/+1. Okay, so it's out of galvanize range. I don't think I want to chump here quite yet. There could be an argument to be made to chumping that, because it could flip into the Warden, making it a 5/5. Or that as a 5/5. So twice X, we could deal 3 damage. 3/6 damage to that. It kind of sucks. That's a sorcery too, isn't it? Because they're going to be able to just turn back around and eat it again. I think we're at the point where we are chumping, but I think that's the right call, especially with kind of bricking here. Why are we getting paired up, too? Come on now. We just got stomped. Oh, exile something, huh? Probably the Wisp Drinker, really. That was kind of rude. I could have used that to draw a card. They have double the health I have. Thank you for pointing out the important things there, Captain Toad. You know, you're always keeping me in check. Oh, they didn't? They didn't eat it, huh? I don't... If that's the case, I don't think I want to block. We'll leave the dog back one more turn. Cool. So we could play Connect the Dots, but we're not really getting at anything out of it. I kind of want to keep the Galvanize up just in case they decide to put some... Yeah, I mean, I think I'm leaving the Galvanize up. At that point, I might as well play the Connect the Dots. I'm not doing anything else. I wonder if we're aggressive enough of a deck to be playing this, even. I don't know that we are, honestly. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, and you're right there. You're looking out for me. Oh, really? I don't love this, but I think it's what I've got to do. Because I need to be able to jump. Uh-huh. Go on now, do your thing. Oh, I don't even know what gets us out of this, really. Oh, yeah, I don't know. A land would help because we can play the Tactician and flip it. But we're in a bad way all around. That is not a land. I think that's just game then, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. I am running 17 lands, right? Maybe I'm supposed to be running 18 just for how expensive I want to flip things all the time? No, I didn't. It was rough, Magic. How dare you ask if I had fun after getting curb stomped? Did you enjoy that whooping? What do you think? Of course. 15, 16, 17. Yeah? I don't know, I think we're just getting bad beats, man. You go first. We've got a 2. We've got a couple of 3s. Said it once, I'll say it again. Sure, we'll try it. Now, this time, alternatively, we do have the double red for the Technician, which will help, theoretically, if we get to that point. Played it with a gun. Well, we don't have a gun here, but we got a knife. In a roast. I thought that was like a cat at first. Play as a reckless detective. If we get to swing in, do we ditch the Wisp Drinker? It's probably the right call. I guess we'll see what we draw, but... Yeah, I don't think we want to get rid of our removal, so I think here we'll ditch the vampire. Try and find something relevant. Anything with a pulse that we can play is relevant. Next turn, assuming it lives, we can flip it up and play the repeat offender, so that's nice. Opponent mono red over here. I'm assuming they're looking for their other color, but man, are they having a time of it. I feel ya. I feel ya, Sulabade. The mana has not been in my favor tonight either. Okay, so we either flip it up, or alternatively we could torch the Witness and get rid of it. What do we discard here? repeat offenders, or maybe the Hellion. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain. I think we want to discard because the card draw is just pretty strong. I think we might actually get rid of the Hellion here. Connect the dots might be the actual proper play there, but... Ooh. So here we could just let them take that and then drop 2 creatures. I don't hate that. I don't know what their second color is, which is kind of annoying because there are a handful of board wipes they could have, and there is one at 4 for blue-red. I mean, I guess either way, we're adding the same number of bodies to the board. But I think I'm going to flip this, because then we can connect the dots next turn. We've got a flyer to get the trigger out of the dots and start getting that active. I think that's the right call. Opponent with a stacked hand with nothing they can do, I imagine. Okay. Okay. Can't block. I am okay with that. There's not a whole lot it can flip into at 3 that I'm too worried about. I mean, you might as well come in. Oh, opponent, it can't block. Sure, my dude. Make it easy for me. Connecting the dots. I think we ditched the tracker here to the devil, or the detective. I mean, I guess it is a devil detective, to be very specific. Do they have 2 shocks in hand? Let's discard the tracker. Any blockers? I can't imagine so. We'll attempt to put a counter here. They've been kind of waffling on their... I guess it's not a counter, is it? It's just suspecting it. Let's say they've been kind of waffling on something in their hands, so it makes me wonder if they have another shock. But, they did, but they still let me hit with that? That seems like an odd choice. Goblin War Chief. Oh man, look at that. 4 power haste for 4. Yeah, you might as well come in. You can't do anything with that. Let's see. So we could... 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. We could torch the witness here, which I think is the right call. Swing in with both. We can't get a trigger. We can't do anything about this. Oh, we could sacrifice our clue. That actually might be the right call here. Get a little extra damage in. We'll also get this at our upkeep. And then we've got that as well. Yeah, we've just got boo-hoo card advantage here. my turn. Let's crack that. Interesting. I don't exactly love that, but, you know, cards are cards. Take that stop off now. I mean, we've got plenty of lands to discard, so that's nice. How much do we care about killing this? The only concern I have is if it's the double striker, it'd be a 3-2 turning into a 4-3, so 4-8 would be taking 8 next turn. Is there any way we can actually deal enough damage to them this turn? I don't think there is. Let's go to attack. We'll discard a card. Get rid of that mountain. We could keep the slice up just on the off chance they play something, but I mean, they're at 2. The informant is basically then dead. Yeah, I don't know why I'm waffling on that so much. How do they solve this? No cards in hand. Yeah, they're a little ways off of that. But yeah, if they kill the informant, we just shoot 2 to the face, right? It goes to the face? Any target, yeah. My goodness. I can't imagine what they might have, but play the Drone Smith. Swing in with everything. I mean, I guess they could flip up a... Oh, the thing that lets them create a Thopter as well. I suppose that's something they can do. Galvanize, yeah. On the one that's gonna go away anyways. Again, I don't know that it matters, but it seems like a misplay. Demand answers, yeah, we'll let you go off. Discarding. Oh, I was like, what? Popped up with the trigger right as I was trying to look at their graveyard. It's like, I don't understand why it's telling me to select something. Alright, can we get some good beats this time? That's ominous purring in my ear as that comes to life. Oh, it must be this thing. A knife. I don't hate this. We've got a 2. We've got 2 pieces of removal. This Wisp Drinker, I really should look at switching it out. It just seems so bad in our deck. We've only got really 1 piece of fixing. It probably won't matter after this. We keep getting paired up. Speaking of our fixing, as we're just talking about getting rid of it, it's like, hey, don't do that. I'm here. Yeah, where you been, huh? I think we've drawn the Wisp Drinker every time. And where you been? Absent. Absent, that's where it's been. Hey, that's what I'm gonna do. Look at us taking turns to set up. I'm gonna play with some glass. Enters battlefield under your control. Draw a card if you do discard a card. Should I kill that? Card advantage is very strong. Blue, black, and I'm assuming white. So probably detective heavy. It's probably the right call. It's not the fun call, but it's the right call. Before they start getting too much card advantage on us. Hide in plain sight, that's pretty good. Yep, 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 yep. This is the second time we've seen that. In 4 games. Seems pretty strong. Well, we will play a 2-4, and if they come in, we know they've got some trickery. We probably hold off, just because if we get a land, we can have this trigger twice. Which seems really good. Okay. Opponent, if you would do me a favor and just stop. You know, just stop. That was unnecessary. That vampire never did anything to you. You didn't even invite it into your home. How was it supposed to hurt you? Yep, yep. Rude, rude. Hey, look. Both are white sources. Very important. Do we just want to... I mean, we could just drop this as a 4-2. What else are we doing alternatively? Nothing? See, I think we just dropped that as a 4-2. I mean, we could put it as a 2-2 and play that as a 2-2, but... that's not doing much. That's not doing much. In the end, we're just trading them off. I'm hoping this will at least give them a little pause to what they do. Yep, we're going that one. Because if I counter, ward is spell or ability. Yep, so we'll just shoot him in the face for 2. Really? How rude. That'd be even more rude is if we just murdered it. If I did this for 3, we will get the clue, and we'll still have enough for Vengeful Tracker. Okay, I like that. A little bit of card draw, a little bit of board presence. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand still, 3 cards in hand still. Don't love that. I'm assuming a creature that they can flip up. However, if they flip up, it gets cheaper to kill. So, there's that. Oh, we're just trading tradesies, huh? They just went land with that. I don't know that that's the right call, but okay. I don't know what they flipped either. Kitty kitty. Let's go white and red. See what we draw. Another land. Well, we will destroy your panther. We use the complication since it's a sorcery. We don't really have a whole lot of suspected creatures. The art on that's kind of neat. Karlov on the floor. What is this? Whenever cast an artifact spell, investigate activated abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate. This effect can't reduce mana in that cost to less than 1 mana. Okay, I don't love that. How worried about it am I, though? Do I immediately murder it? That might be the right call, because then I could just drop the Hellion for 3. Alternatively, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna say we just play the big boy and hope that that makes differences. We've got murder up. Hopefully they don't drop a bunch of artifacts. That's the thing, is they have to have artifacts in hand. There's not a whole lot of artifacts in the set that you would run anyhow. Are they on 5 colors? Kind of seems that way, doesn't it? Yep, gonna tap him down. Are you kidding me? We'll pass for now. They might get something off of the Gadgeteer. Did I call this Gardener? I might have. Forensic Gadgeteer. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run that. Wow. Okay. Good luck. We're gonna kill your Gadgeteer. It's a Moida. So now you've got me on a 6-turn clock, I've got you on a 3-turn clock. Play a land and go. What do you have? Intrude the Mine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, you can have Slime Against Humanity. Choose a pile to put into the opponent's hand. Yeah, you can have Slime Against Humanity, dude. Absolutely. Have that 1/1 in all those lands. You don't have any other Slime Against Humanities in here. Oh my goodness. Opponent here hitting the top decks. Yep, okay. We're sitting back, I suppose, now. Playing the old block go. Perhaps they'll forget about Secret Reach on the Hellion, and we can eat a flyer. Would be nice indeed. Cool. Yep. All these kill spells that I'm about to get targeted with. Awesome. Sweet. Real cool. Super cool. Moida. Yep. Moida my Hellion. Makes sense. Probably swing with everything, I imagine, right? Gotta kill the flyer with this. Ooh, that's a good pickup. Because we can destroy their Thopter. Okay. 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 I'm not gonna say we're back in it, but we're not completely out of it. If the opponent would start to brick, that would be nice. Yeah, we knew they had that. You know we're blocking. I mean, I can't blame them on that attack. I would too. Any pump is gonna win it for them. Okay, we got an 0-3. We got board presence. We got board presence, people. We got board presence. We can't do much with it, but every land now is a potential new draw. Until they draw a creature. But look, we're not going to focus on that negative. We're going to focus on the positive here, which is that we have something. And that you have nothing. Oh, God. Oh. I mean. Yup. 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 I was afraid of that. Okay. Okay. It doesn't have trample. So that's nice. We've already used like all of our removal though. I mean, so I could swing in, let him eat it, and hope to draw something. Or I can chump and draw the same card. Yeah, we'll go with the chump. The only downfall is if they find a piece of removal, but if they find the removal, we were sitting in a bad spot either way, so. And like I say, I cannot think of anything that we have at this point. We might have a second murder, I don't recall. Come on in. Come on. The water's fine. Just stick that Hellion right into my face. You'll see. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, that's a chump blocker. Yep. I don't know how we get out of this, man. This is rough. Yeah, it's just a bunch of blocking. Person of interest ain't gonna do much. Hi, detective. Go look at that hell beast. They have 60. 60 evidence in the graveyard. That's funny. Yep, this is over. We don't have a board wipe. This draft was fun, wasn't it? Couple of spooters. Spooter mistress. Ooh, but what if... Swamp. Oh, good beats, good beats. That one at least felt somewhat close. Alright, let's try that again this time. We've got the practice draft out of the way. Let's do it for real. Okay, because that was just awful. Yeah, sit down. Thank you. Now let us do the drafting. Treacherous Greed is an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice a creature that dealt damage this turn. Draw 3 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life. This card looks so interesting to me. We might take it, but there's also a Private Eye. Which I feel like a Private Eye this early is a good pickup. There's also Exit Specialist. There's a lot of good blue here. Out Cold. We've got the Inspector. 2 unauthorized exits. I mean, there's a good chance something blue comes back to us, but yeah, it's either that. I could take Slime Against Humanity and just start going big slime, but I think I'm gonna take Private Eye. Every time I go blue-white, it doesn't go well, but this is different, right? Right. Cool. Theater. Caught red-handed, I'm not a fan of. Flourishing Bloomkin. There is a Detective Satchel, which is pretty strong. Ooh, there's also a Granite Witness, which is good. Inside Source is good, too. With 2 bodies on 1 creature. Huh. There's also a Murder here, which is just good removal. I don't know what's better here, if it's the Inside Source or if it's the Granite Witness. I'm going to go with the Source here, actually. The fact that it's just mono-white versus the either-or. No witnesses. Each player who controls the most creatures investigates, then destroy all creatures. Yeah, board wipes are always good. There's also Quintorius. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, create a 3/2 red spirit creature token. Spirits you control get +1/+0. I don't know that's what we're looking at, but that's interesting. I always like looking at the list cards that they put in here. But I think just a board wipe is too strong to pass up. Assemble the players. Look at the top card of your library anytime. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library. I really want that to work. I really do. But there's a good chance the turn you play it, it is just a do-nothing spell. But what else am I taking? A 1/2 flyer that turns off all ETBs. There's also a Museum Night Watch. Not bad. It's a soldier that creates a detective. The Hazda Vigilante is good. Man, I really don't know what to take here. I might just take and Awaken the Players. It looks like we might be leaning white, and that's a good one to go with. The Night Watch is probably the proper pick, and there's a good chance we end up cutting Assemble. But for now, I've not had a chance to play with it. I've not had a chance to take it. We're going to take it here and find out. Okay, white, it looks like it's kind of drying up. There's an on the job we could take. Agency Outfitter, though, if we're looking at blue, which isn't bad. It is a detective. It's a 4/3 flyer. It's a late card, but it's not terrible. Otherwise, I'd be looking at maybe the Persuasive Interrogators. There's a Vitugazi Inspector, which isn't bad. I'm tempted to just take the on the job here, cut the white, and hopefully it'll pay us back later. Put that back in, will you? We do have the green-white land. There's also exile target attacking creature, which isn't great, but I don't hate that. Removal's always good. We'll probably pick that up. I do like the Sanguine Savior here. Not a detective, but I've been impressed with it. I did not think this card was as good when it first was released, but I've been very happy with it. Not crazy about any of these. Meddling Youths is probably the best card here, and we'll take that. There is a chance with how white we are that we might end up into Boros. We got one of the unauthorized exits back. Happy to see that. There's also the Fairy Snoop, which might be a decent pickup. But we'll take the unauthorized exit. Nothing here we're excited about, even if we move Boros. I mean, maybe Demand Answers is really where we're at. We'll take it for now. I don't, again, unless, depending on what we open pack 2, there's not a whole lot that's going to sway me that way. But again, we're not really picking up a whole lot of detectives either. I mean, I guess Meddling Youths is a detective. Inside Source makes a detective. Quintorius, Behind the Mask, Unscrupulous Agent. We'll take Quintorius here. Again, on the off chance we end up going that direction. Ooh, so there's the Vigilante came back. There's also the Crime Novelist. I don't know if this is looking to be Crime Novelist-esque, but we'll take the deck. We'll take the white card, though. Lost in the Maze is good. Very happy with that. Probably going to be the pickup here. Passing up an Exit Specialist, a little disappointing. Same with the Museum Night Watch, the Out Cold. Red, there wouldn't be a whole lot unless we want Dog Walker, Red Herring. But I'm going to take the Lost in the Maze. It just kind of makes things hard for your opponent. Watchdog is pretty good. I don't know that it's the best in this sort of deck. But I don't know what else we're really taking. I mean, there's an Out Cold, which isn't bad, but I'm going to take the creature here. Hey, you go over there. Again, I don't know that we're looking to be red, but we'll hold on to those for now. We can cast the Savior for double white off of the Disguise, so that's going to stay in. Definitely white. It's just a matter of white-blue, white-red. I don't think we're white-black, but I guess we'll see what keeps coming around. I don't think we took any... Oh, we got the Agency Corner, but that's not very good. What is... Really? The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total toughness of creatures you control. Defender. And for 2 blue, +1/+0 gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its toughness. Okay, sure. Probably the Seasoned Consultant here. There's also Fey Flight, which isn't bad, especially if we're, going that direction. But I think the creature count is where we're wanting to be. Long Goodbye is good, but again, I don't know that we're looking to be black. We're going to take just the solid Detective 2-drop here. We could look at Splashing Black. We do have the Wisp Drinker Vampire again. Otherwise, I'm looking at probably the Fairy Snoop here. Flips up for double blue. Push is okay, but we've already got a lot there. We could also take the Jaded Analyst. I don't love that, but it is a 2-drop. It is a detective. I don't think we have a whole lot in the way of making... whenever a detective enters the battlefield under your control, gets a +1/+1. Oh, that's hard that I'm passing up a Novice Inspector. How many detectives do we have currently? 4? Man, that's tough. I really want those both, and I don't think either of them are going to come back. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, no way that either of those are coming back, but I think we just take the thing that potentially buffs every detective we get. Surveillance Monitor is okay. I don't hate that. It is a detective. It could potentially make a thing. Got an unauthorized exit. I always want this to work. I mean, it does make a token, which is nice. But I think the unauthorized exit is probably the right call here. I don't think we're playing those. I could see making a splash exception here. Probably just pick up the Hazda Vigilante, right? Yeah. At that point, we get rid of the youths. This is a good pickup. The Night Watch. The owner of target spell or non-land permanent puts on the top or bottom of their library. I don't know that we're playing that, but we'll take it for now. Fey Flight or the 2-drop Golem. I'm going to take the Fey Flight for now. I feel like there's a chance we get the Golem back. I don't know that I want a third one of those. I don't know that I'm playing the Absolving Lamisau, but take it for now. Thinking Cap, unlikely that we play that, but Worldspine Worm. I mean, it's probably not good in this limited format anyways. It's too expensive, but it's just kind of funny to see. Can we splash Kaya? Because Kaya is pretty strong. Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creatures in your graveyard are put into exile, you may choose a creature card from among them until end of turn. Target token you control becomes a copy of it. And for +1, we just make a token. +2, surveil. -2, exile target creature you control. Alternatively, there is a 4-drop detective in here, which is probably the right pick, but man, I'm not going to pass up a Planeswalker.
Your problems are my profits.
Let's see. Okay, so we've got a Market Watch Phantom, which is good. There's also just the Novice Inspector, which is very good. Probably in the Inspector, it also comes in with a clue. I know this can get in a little bit for quite a bit of damage flying, but this I think is just kind of where we want to be tempo-wise. Man, there is like nothing here for us. We could take the Treacherous Greed on the off chance that we end up playing it or even splashing black, but I don't know that that's going to be the case. Alternatively, we could take a case just to keep building the collection. Man, yeah, this is all kind of bad for us. Looking at red, too, like red is looking good, but we are pretty solid into the white at this point. Let's get rid of the Thinking Cap. If we get all these detectives, is actually pretty good. We'll put that back in. Seasoned Consultant, or Not on My Watch. My first instinct is to go with the Consultant. Detective, another 2-drop. What are we cutting out of all of this? Probably the assemble. Sudden setback. Fey Flight maybe as well. Alternatively, we could just get rid of... Oh, we've got the Treacherous Greed in here. We're cutting the Treacherous Greed. Kaya is still a maybe, but the Treacherous Greed is just bad. Not worth the splash. Because by the time you're able to play it, you might not even have the board state to use it. If we were solidly in Orzhov, then we would go for it, but that's just not the case. Enters the battlefield, and whenever you solve a case, look at the top 6 cards of your library and reveal an enchantment card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast case spells. Interesting. I don't love it. There's also just the Jaded Analyst. Might be the right call here, just a 2-drop. Alternatively, there is a Golem, but I mean, that only... Yeah, it's only going to trigger once. Oh, yeah, that beauty again. Look at that. We got one of those 4-drops. That's what we like to see. Let's cut the Lamaso here. And probably the Fey Flight. What are we putting in for that? We could get rid of the Sanguine Survivor. Nothing I'm crazy about playing here. We could take this. It is a detective. It does rip things from the graveyard. There's also this, but I don't know that I love mainboarding that. I think I am just going to take the Assassin's Trophy here and just build the collection. The likelihood of us ever hitting that is probably slim, so I don't know that I want to take that, but what else do we take? There's nothing in double blue, so yeah, we'll take this for the collection again. Ooh, now this one is actually pretty good. I don't know how frequently we will actually be able to trigger that, but that's good. We'll take that. We might be cutting on the job. I don't know that this is an on the job deck. We've got everything here, so we'll just take the uncommon. Nothing here for us, but we'll take a Laid to Rest. Likewise, we'll finish out our collection of Caught Red-Handed and another Demand Answers. So I think this is kind of looking alright for our deck here. Granted, every time I play blue-white, I think that, and it never works out well, but we'll take a double look here. We might cut Kaya. We don't really have any great way to splash her outside of just running lands, but if I can think we have enough, maybe enough Investigate to make it worth it, then we'll try it. If we cut Kaya, though, we're probably putting back in a Fey Flight. Maybe on the job, but... yeah. I guess we'll see if I feel like it makes my mana too bad, too. Like, right now, what do we have for Investigate? 1... 2. Is that it? Just 2? That's pretty bad. 3. If that's out, we've got a 4th way. So yeah, there's not a whole lot in the way of making tokens. So as much as I want to play Kaya, it is just a big ask. Okay, alternatively, what are we putting in instead? So we've got 8 spells, 14 creatures, so preferably a creature. Could also toss back in the assemble players, because that power 2 or less hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now is disguise? Yes, so I can disguise it still. Okay. 6. Is that what I said? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, just 5? I don't know that that's worth it for just 5. Alternatively, I might get rid of one of the Hazda as well and put in the Lamassu. And then maybe I stick in Faithlight, because Faithlight can not only act as sort of creature protection, but also give us a bit of evasion. Yeah, I don't love that, but I think it's the right call. Yeah, we'll try that. Does our land look good? 13-10, so more white sources. Yep. Yeah, we'll try it. If we get 2 straight losses, we might throw Kaya back in just to try her out and have fun. And maybe if we get lucky, we'll see her. Not great, but I really don't want to throw Private Eye back. Lost in the Maze is also really good. Ideally, we'll draw one of our 5 creatures that are 2 mana or less. What do you know about that? Can't do much with it, but what do you know? Yeah, having 2 of these seems real bad with not a whole lot of ways to crack into them. I think it's better to drop this down. I was considering the Private Eye, but those colors can kill pretty easily. Kind of want to keep the Private Eye around. Rude. That's a good one with the Lifelinker, that's for sure. Okay. Turn you face up, gain ourselves some life as well. These sleeves look kind of sweet. Reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. They probably take the Private Eye, I imagine. So I'm going to let them know about my removal. They could take Lost in the Maze, but playing it at, you know, just a tapped creatures you control have hexproof value seems just okay. I don't know that I've seen that card get played. Oh, okay, they did take Lost in the Maze. Alright. Definitely just going to return their creature to their hand. They can't replay it, so... Yeah, I like that. We can play that and swing in. That seems good. See, this is the one place where the Hazda Vigilante seems real good. Being able to put that counter on the Sanguine Survivor. Or Sanguine Savior, perhaps. Past that, it doesn't do a whole lot in our deck. What'd I say? It had like 5 hits? missing a color? I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot from you. Nope. You just have a lot of weird mana pull. Gee, I wonder what that could be. I mean, it's probably not the flyer. If it were, well, it's got to be turned face up, so maybe it is. I don't think there's a way for me to win this turn, is there? Don't think so. But I do like putting that there and just being aggressive. Trying to figure out what I'm looking at in no witnesses. Looks like we've got a shoe. Do I care about taking 5 here? I don't think I do, honestly. Like, we're at such a high life. Yep, got yourself a 3/3 lifelinker. They're essentially at 13. If we swing in, they can kill our private eye. It just makes our novice inspector smaller. I honestly don't think I hate that. They'll be going to 2. That seems pretty good. Hold on to the island just in case they try and make us discard something with whatever that 2 mana 1/1 is. Now they're in a hard state here. Okay. Yeah. We've got 3 more life. So you're essentially at 7. Really need a way to draw a second card. That is not going to be it. Because if we swing all out here, they block there, take 6, go up to 7, go to 1. We lose a singular creature. Again, that actually doesn't sound bad. They're at 1. Yeah. I think that's what we need to do, is just keep being aggressive. Yep, making the blocks I figured they would. Oh, do you got a pump? Okay, that changes the math a little bit. Quite a bit, actually. Yep, that changes the math quite a bit. Again, I don't think they're in a spot where they can be attacking, though. And we're at 28, so. Weird that they're only ripping 2 from us. Oh, hey, they fixed that bug. It used to be if they pulled a land from you, it would go to exile here instead of showing it there. Really, dude? I wanted that. That's real rude of you. Yep, 6/6 is good, but it doesn't stop the flying onslaught you're about to deal with. Do you got a bounce? No, you didn't get one of my bounces because you've already played both the cards you got from me. Okay, make me sacrifice my 5/4. That's pretty good. Alternatively, you're still taking 5 next turn. Is that worth it? Puts you to 1. Does it change the math much, though? Not really. But we'll do it. It still seems real risky. But again, putting them to 1 seems like a good thing. I'm trying to think if they'd turn anything off, and not really. But like if they get a flyer, kind of in the deep water anyway. Cool. Yep, you'll go up to 7. Man. Am I to the point where I'm no witnessing yet? No, I don't think so. We're still at such a healthy life. Seriously, they've got that active now? Okay. I mean, I could drop the Night Watch, and I really don't want to do that until they do this, though. It's fine. I think we keep coming in. They're going to block our flyer here. I mean, again, I think... hoping they're at such a low life total, they really can't come in with the 6/6. Okay. Turn something into a creature. Do it. Please do it. Yes, that is what I wanted to see. I'm just going to take the 6 here. Jeez. How many of these things do they have? Okay, cool. Man, and to think we had them at 1 at one point. They are back up to 15. Like, dear goodness. Okay, we're gonna give them a card here. But we end up with 2 creatures on the field. Are you joking? Are you freaking joking? Oh.
The sweeter the victory.
Yep.
With a little cunning, you can dodge death and...
Are you kidding me? Oh, what are the odds? 50-50. They either do or they don't. Man. So not only did they crawl back from 1 life, now they've got a planeswalker on the battlefield. We cut the on the job. Really? Cool. Land, that's just what I wanted. I mean, I don't love this, but I think we've got to do anything we can to control Kaya.
Lucky hit.
brick. Just for a turn. Just for me. Just brick. Of course not. Of course not. They'll make another spirit. And I think that'll start to put us out of the game.
I'm the best ghost hunter in the business.
Yeah, I think that's just what we have to do is attack with just that one. The others are gonna chump. We'll get at least 2 bodies on the field here. And if they could just stop drawing gas. Thank you. It's about time, he said to the opponent who has 12 mana in hand. Oh man, this is rough. Rough sauce deck.
I don't let anything slip through the cracks. Other than myself, of course.
Yeah, it's your graveyard. Did you mean to do that? Okay. Probably eat chump. Kind of takes 3.
I'm gone for now.
Really?
But not forever.
Alright, they think their 3/3 is going to carry them? We're looking for more land. I mean, you might as well thin it out, right? Okay. Things are starting to look a little hopeful for us again. Did you brick? Please tell me you bricked. 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, there's only like 2 lands left, right? Because that one's actually ours. This has been a weird deck. But it's suspected, so good game. Wow, what a game. My goodness, what a slugfest that was. They crawled back from 1 life to be at 15. That is insane. The amount of life gain they had at their disposal was just crazy. Oh, wow. I'm surprised they let Kaya die off there. Because if they keep her around, they make another spirit. They can keep jumping for a little while anyhow. I'm trying to think if there was a line where they won there if they kept Kaya around. This isn't great, but we've got stuff to get us to the late game, probably. Imagine the surveil on the unauthorized exit will be pretty big. And if we get to double white when they're at a full board, we can just, you know, sweep it all under the rug and try again. Well, that's annoying. Well, at least opponents taking it easy on us. I mean, we're fighting bronze, so apparently we've been done poorly enough that the game is taking pity on us. I think the last one was a silver as well. Yep. I think we'll bounce it to their hand just to kind of tempo them a little bit. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Draw us a thing. Hit 4. I mean, the likelihood of us ever solving that is pretty slim, right? So I think the right play for us is to always just use it to draw a card. 3 mana draw a card, potential to have upside. Not great, but here we are. Yep. Could play that, leaving up Fae, Flight, or we just play the Vigilante, putting a counter on our Consultant. I like that better. I'm trying to remember if this is the deck where we got the little Hoover vacuum or not. Rude, but fair. I was hoping to use that 3-2 to soak up some damage. I mean, I guess it did. It soaked up 2 damage from a removal spell. This seems like some trickery. Unless it's just on the job, but I'm picturing 2 of the what is it, +3/+3 and tramples. At least we get to keep a creature around. That seems good. They might crack their Maverick right away, too. Nope. Okay. I like that. Do we come in? And then do we 2-for-1 ourselves? I don't think so. I think we just play this. Leave up the Faith Light. In case they find some removal of some sort. We can double block, take out their Vigilante. Another Maverick. Seems good, seems good. Well, seems fine. Doesn't seem good. Yep. We'll just double block. If we can save the Faith Light, we will. They get a little punchy. So it'll be a 6-5. So we'll just trade still. No. Yeah, we'll still just trade. Okay. And then I get a 2-2. Yeah. Deal. I think we attack with our guy, and if they want to block, go for it, and if/when not, we'll play our Cold Case Cracker. We've got our Faith Light up for protection. Opponents just got punched at deck. Seems like they recognize it though too, so, you know, good on them. That's pretty good. Okay, now the next question. Do I want to swing in? And then no witness. Although if I no witness now, I'm guaranteed. This is tough. I think we just pass here. They've got 3 cards in hand. I don't love no witnessing yet. They've still got a clue as well. Okay. So yeah, we're no witnessing next turn. Cool. Yeah, I want to try and get them to use as much of their resources as possible. Really? Okay. I guess they wanted to make sure to solve that. Interesting. Yeah, I think we just no witnesses here. We get to draw 2 cards potentially. Unless they've got instant speed removal. But in these colors, it seems less likely. Yep, gain 3 life. I'll get 2 clues here. Do we have anything for double white? I don't think so. Oof. Do have 1 Novice Inspector, so the white is the right one to leave up. Really? Okay. We have ourselves an unfortunate scenario. Oh, man. is tough. Oh, come on. Yep, that seems real strong. Oh, cool. Yep. This Faith Light looking real bad. But again, out of all the other options we were looking at, I don't know that anything else would be better. Yep. I think we take 3 here, exit at the end of turn. That way they can't recast it. I mean, whatever this is probably worse, but... that's a big do-nothing at this point. Go to the graveyard. Okay. I have seen worse. I have for sure seen worse. It's only when it enters the battlefield, right? Yep, it's not when it attacks. Ooh, it is not looking good for us. I'm trying to think what kind of outs we have. What do you have for 3? Okay, but I still don't understand what that is to do with the 3. We just floating 2 white for the fun of it? Were they thinking they could cast their card right away? Cool. Real cool. It's just a constant effect. I can't do anything about it. I mean, we let the gardener in, and we may be using Flight to kill Delny if we're lucky. I mean, I guess we could trade. It's probably the right calls to trade that off. Oh, come on. Enchant Creature. Spells or abilities your opponent's control. Guess I could have theoretically Fey-flighted their guy. I don't know if that's a good call, but it's theoretically possible. Oh, God. Man, we are riding ye oldie struggle bus. I definitely popped off that board wipe too soon, but I was like, wow, this is a 4/5, 5/6 flyer, or 6/5 flyer. I'm like, I don't know how I handle this. Sure. man, we're we're putting up a fight. We're just trading resource for resource here. Oh, just in time. My thinking cap's here. Wonderful. That'll help all my creatures. Hey, wait a second. Where'd they all go? Where did they go? What am I supposed to do? Hey, a defender now. We're talking. Yeah. Oh, buddy. What are you gonna do now? You're in trouble. I have a 4/4 with defender. Oh, golly. I did not draft well tonight. I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, man. A 2/4 flyer. I can't touch that. Well, I guess I'll be playing all the cards in my hand then. Dude, come on. What did he do to you? He's just sitting there. He's just a little guy. He's just a jaded analyst. He's just sitting there. Oh my goodness. What do we got? 12, 13. Do we have any in the graveyard? I don't think so. 13, which means we've still got a quarter of our deck is still lands. Man, this is not looking good. Oh, this is looking even worse. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, opponent, stop. I'm already dead. I'm already dead. Just stop. Oh my goodness. Yup. Hey, look at that. Novice Inspector. Who's gonna draw us a card, which will probably be a land. Oh, that's actually a hit. That's actually a hit, man. Oh, it'll buy us a turn. 2 turns. But what if you quit taking my things away? Nice enchantment. Looks real cool. Yeah, I gave it hexproof. I mean, sure. We'll give our dog +1/+2. Yeah. Oh goodness. Please stop. Stop, I'm already dead. Please. We have definitely dragged out this game longer than it should have went. That is for sure. Oh, we're just about to take a beating in the air, though. Oh, no. No, stop. Stop having things. Oh. Yup. Yup. I mean, I think we got a trade, right? Okay. I really don't think it matters. We've just lost. We're dead in the air next game, or next attack, so we just swing for funsies, and yeah, we don't even have lethal on the board. Yup. You got us, opponent. You got us. Well, maybe they don't swing. Oh, they got us. They got us. Alright. Man, these last two games have just been drug out. This is insane, right? It's only been 2 games with this deck. I am intrigued to maybe put Kaya in, though. Just because the power level of Kaya just seems insane. I know we don't really have any fixing for her, but our deck seems to go late game enough that I think we might have no problem finding the swamps. Plus, Auto Shuffler sucks. I think I take out the Fae Flight at that point. There's an argument for maybe the Jaded Analyst, but I really don't want to touch my creature count. So, we'll go with that. But for right now, I've been live for a little over 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and take a break and go to the restroom, get some water. As always, I recommend you all do the same. And we'll meet back here in, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so. Alright, see you all shortly. Bye-bye! And we're back. Alright, so last time on limited formats for limited brain cells, we were talking about adding Kaya here. And we did. And as I was thinking about it, I'm trying to think how we make this deck a little better. And my cat's about to jump on the desk. There we are. We've got a fairly low, well, not low creature count, but a little lower than what I want it to be at. The only other option we have is a large 5-drop. Which might not be bad, in all honesty. Otherwise, we're just looking at splashing another color that we don't really want to do that for. And what do we take out? Really, I'm just not happy with the Jaded Analyst. It doesn't do a whole lot for us. We could put in Assemble the Players. But again, we only had, 5 hits for that? Which is not a lot either. Otherwise, that card is pretty much a do-nothing. On the job, again, we're not going wide a whole lot. So really, we'd be looking at removing Jaded Analyst for the Hazda Vigilante here. And that makes our draws, I feel like, real bad. While I'm not in love with the 3-2, it is an early drop that we have, which we don't have a whole lot of. 5 total, 2 of those being 2 of the Analysts. This is Artemis, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't introduce you, baby girl. So, just trying to decide if that's something worth doing or not. Thinking Cap isn't great either, but with the amount of detectives we have, it's alright. I don't know that we want Case of the Uneaten Feast. We don't have a whole lot of life gain in this deck. Really not much at all. We'd have to be looking at ways really that, we'd be looking at Sanguine Savior with 2 to 3 creatures in hand, which is not great. Yeah, hop on up. Please don't rub the mic. Yeah, I'm just not. I don't know. I don't like the way our deck turned out, but I don't know how we make it better. We didn't get enough additional black to switch out blue for black. And I think our blue is strong. I really do. Yeah, I think this might just be the bed we made. Okay. We're going to put Kaya in and see how she does. And it might turn out to do absolutely nothing, but it felt like we had enough ways to draw cards. That I think getting to that point won't be hard, and I think us getting Kaya on the battlefield is pretty strong. Oh, now you want out? Classic cat. What's in, what's out. There's no winning. It's an interesting noise. This seems like one of the better hands we've had, and it does not look great, but we'll hold on to that. We're on the play, so depending on what they do, we might start out with the consultant, just because it is something that can attack on 3 if they don't have anything on 2. Look at that. Perfect. Let's go in for 1. Play an analyst. Blue source would be nice. We can analyst and case at the same time. Hey, look at that. Do we think they will block? I don't think so. And honestly, I'm happy to trade off the analyst if they come in. I mean, they've probably got those colors, the 2/1 lifelink. And we just snuck a point of damage in for free. Opponent over there with the cool, I think it's the Lash of the Balrog sleeves. Oh. Huh. So we could trade off our 2 creatures. I don't think so, because next time we want to swing in for quite a bit as well. Second blue source would be nice. Do we really have a way? I don't think we do, so I think we just trade these 2 off at this point. We don't really have a way of cracking that easily. I think we do that and just do the cold case cracker. Love this music for this set. I'm assuming violin. I don't know instruments well enough to be able to guess, but just like that quick bouncy strings is... I'm all for it, man. All for it. Really? No, that's awfully rude of you. Okay, I think we just come in for 3 in the air. play another flyer. So we've got him dead in the air. Jump with our 1-3 if need be. I mean, I'm not risking this my flyer. Again, that's just game over if they don't have anything for it. Wonder if they thought they were going to be able to do that. Okay. So they're not quite dead. A blue source would do it, though. Island, come on. Island one time. Ooh, I could just play the dog, though. That gives everyone +1/+1, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we just dog then. 7, 8, 9, yeah. Beautiful. That was a quick one compared to our first two. We get turn 6 and that was it. No, I think we bricked on a couple lands there. Tattered Ratter. Oh, you can tell it's getting late, though. It's getting hard to find matches. I'm going to find one a little quicker this time. That's good. Last time was like 40-some seconds. Yeah, that's fine. It's not great, but we're on the play. Got removal if they get a little hasty. Got a 3-drop, got a 4-drop, got a 5-drop. It's a nice little curve out for us. It's kind of a cool forest. I like that. I think I'll go with the 2 creatures, 1 body. 2 creatures, 1 body for 100, please. Going against 5-color good stuff. At least 3-color. Base green has gotta be my favorite way to draft this set. Really is. I love this. The Panther and the Gardener and everything. It's just so fun. Yeah, we're looking like we might be 5-color good stuff. Wonder if they've got a Niv. What was that? Investigate. You may play an additional land. Flying Vigilance whenever attacks destroy up to 1 target artifact. If you control that permanent, draw a card. Okay. Not drawing a land there kind of sucks. Now, do we... Survivor? I think so. Or Savior. I keep calling it a Survivor. It is a Savior, not a Survivor. Oh, they're just off the black here. Gonna play Kellen, I'm assuming. She'll put a halt to us for a bit there. We can spend our entire turn giving our detective here +2/+0 vigilance. I feel like they're not likely to trade us. Alternatively, we could play this. What? Okay, yeah, I mean, get it. Alternatively, I think I just flip this up now. It don't matter, but we come in for 2 in the air. Keep up, not on my watch. Yeah, That seems right. I don't know what else I'd do. Keep building to the board, but with how many colors they got, I don't exactly love that. Come on in. Come on in. The water's fine. Totally won't blow up your weird little horror. Get a land, we can drop our giant. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Wonder if it's better to put it on the detective first. I think I like getting the lifelink that off the battlefield while we can. If we do the detective first, they're not as incentivized to block. I want to keep their side of the board clean. And you let the cat in and now you get cat fur in your mouth. What a lovely time. Here's Kellen. Oh, just kidding. Oh, maybe. Here's Kellen. Big in that. Oh no, we're gonna. Okay, we're still gonna Kellen though. Yeah, absolutely. Unless I got something else. Oh, they're gonna sprite and tap my stuff down, huh? Okay. That ain't bad. I mean, I think I still come in with my tutu here, right? Yeah, if they want to trade, I'm alright with that. And I think we want to make 2 bodies. Here he is. Land is exactly what I was hoping for. Because now I can give my detective that and still have mana to disguise our creature. Yeah, you got yourself a guy. Oh wow, I didn't actually think they would do that. Okay, I'm not disappointed at all. I feel like that works out pretty well for us. We are running low on resources, though, which is getting a little scary. And that's annoying, but we are able to swing in for 1. We've got him on a 15-turn clock here. Targeting those 2? That's fine. I wasn't going to swing in with those 2. Good doggo. Yeah, the card advantage they're getting on us is pretty rough. Oh, that's not fun. That is real bad for us. No blocks. the rough sauce. Mole, 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 mole. Man, I'm not blocking with my guys, am I? No, so I think we're just going to do it for 4. Probably should have attacked with the Thopter last turn, but I got a little blinded by the mole. That booger is big. Hits hard. And if they have any combat tricks, it's... No way. Oh no. That's not good. Do we just lose here? I think we do. That's bad. Man. Because every time you block it, there's an additional combat phase. Card ain't right. Yeah, that's just game. Yeah, there's no winning. We'll let them. Unless they make us block it, yeah. You got it, man. Got it. I mean, I could keep jumping until I lose, but dang that Quake Mole. Man. You know, I'm not a big fan of sets like this. Sets like, I think Crimson Vow was this way as well, where it's just, you answer the bombs or you lose. Which is magic, you know, especially in a limited format. But I'm okay with losing to the Quake Mole. It just is so cheesy. Man. I thought we were doing alright, too. They knew what they were doing. They're just drawing out their time. Keep this. It's not great, but... Maybe I'm playing too aggressive. Why am I playing a mythic? What is this? Oh. Is there no one else on right now? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Chore. You let us hit? Like, really? What is this? Oh, I don't know. I think it's just because we're playing late. Because, I mean, we've played people down in bronze. And if they're playing me who's just sitting in gold, I can't imagine that, you know, they're having much more fun. And sure, ranking isn't all that, you know, it just dictates how much you've been playing. That might be the first time they've played since the reset. For a couple of resets, but maybe they're pros. I don't know. It just... Sure. You got the dog. Do I care about losing this to get an extra 2 points in? I mean, that seems bad considering I could just do that. We'll just come in with the 2-2. Not a whole lot to decide here. though. Sure, makes sense. Yeah, that also makes sense. Probably could have kept that back and just swung in. I don't think there's a world where they block with that thing, especially with no protection up. Cute. Real cute. Yeah, see, they're sitting back now, so they're a little scared. Because it's not a detective, right? No, it's a cleric. I still don't hate this. Goes 4 life back. Kill out their 2/2. Really didn't use much for resources at all on that. These things need to die, though. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Black source, please. Oh, that's real bad. We really want to get Kaya online here. Well, that's not what we're looking for. We do have at least a turn jumping. 5, 6, or we could go to 5. We get the Lamisol. Are you joking me? I mean, if they're gonna give it to you, you take it, right? This is ridiculous. I mean, can I afford to go to, what would that be? 5? Oh, not really, but I think that's what I gotta do. We just dead in the air. I think I did my math wrong. We're at 3. Yeah, because they played another creature. They play another one and we're just dead. I should have probably swung with my 2/1 there. Yep, I was just thinking, I was like, they kill our guy, we're real screwed. No thanks. We're not on the offensive here. I don't want their creatures having menace as well. I can't believe we got... Oh, man. We got... paired up with a mythic ranked individual. Like, that's someone who's... We're not even, what? We're only halfway through the month, not even? That is someone who's put time in to get to that point. That is not us. Doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. Yeah, we're just dead here, right? Yeah, we need also a flyer.
Too heavily on the spirits, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're just going to take that L. We're not even going to play around with it. They might think we have something that we can do to save ourselves, and that just ain't the case. Okay, well, wasn't that just fun? We went 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Between our 2 drafts, we had a whole 3 wins. Whew. That rate will be up at that mythic level, just like that other individual in no time. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it there.